At this point in the flight, it's time to turn your attention to the north. If you trace your eye along the CityLink freeway below us, you can get a good view of the gateway to the city, the enormous sculptural yellow pole that marks the entrance to the city proper. Colloquially known as the cheese stick, it's a handy point of reference. Beyond it, to the north, the Tullamarine Freeway snakes its way to Melbourne Airport. Continue further in that direction, an hour and a half or so in a car, and you'll find yourself in what used to be Victoria's goldfields. Many of the towns north and northwest of Melbourne were kick-started by the wealth that was discovered in that region. Many of them boast impressive boom-style Victorian architecture, and today are full of cafes, restaurants, and galleries. Perfect for a day trip. Closer to the north, a little to the left of the cheese stick, lies Melbourne's famous Flemington Racecourse, home to the Melbourne Cup Carnival, and in particular, the Melbourne Cup, one of the world's richest and most famous horse races. As you probably know, the Cup is the only horse race in the world responsible for a public holiday. Attendances at all of the major spring racing events are enormous. It's quite common for 3 or 4 of the major races to attract more than 100,000 punters and partygoers to each event. Now, looking due west, the most obvious western landmark is the You-Yangs, the 3 low peaks on the horizon. The You-Yangs, like much of Australia's landscape, are ancient. They're thought to date back more than 365 million years, originally formed by the volcanic activity that also flooded the western plains with lava, which accounts for the land's flatness today, and the basalt, bluestone, that's strewn everywhere in Victoria's west and has been used extensively in Melbourne's buildings and paving. Beyond the You-Yangs lies another source of Victoria's and Australia's prosperity. For more than a century, Australia was one of the great wool-producing countries of the world. It used to be said that Australia rides on the sheep's back, and many of those sheep were grazed and shorn in Victoria's western districts. Closer in the southwest, You might see ships moored at the Naval Dockyard in Williamstown. Many of the Australian Navy's ships were built there and continue to be maintained there. Also in the same direction, in the closer southwest, lies Fisherman's Bend. For a long time it was home to a large part of Victoria's auto industry, General Motors Holden and Toyota in particular. Today, many of the roofs you see down there are on old factories and warehouses that will soon be redeveloped as urban housing. Around to the south, you'll see a large green wedge on the middle distance. That is Albert Park, and is one of the many landmark parks that make Melbourne one of the greenest cities in the world. It is also the location of the Australian Formula One Grand Prix.
Not sure.